Hello friends, and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, I'm John, and this is Timberborn. We are picking up on day 2 of this cycle, so we've had... oh, hello. What have we got? Oh, okay, yeah, we should probably open up some of these a bit more, shouldn't we? So, let's bring that down to 0.7. You're flowing pretty well. There we go, sorted. Just needed to bring that down a little bit more. There we are. Yeah, so we're picking up on day 2. We've had the drought, and we're on our way back now. So things are slowly filling up. If we look at our reservoir over here, we've filled up enough so we are still flowing through that channel there. So that's going in to dilute our Badwater reservoir over here. So all that is going well. I mean, this is going to take a very long time. I may set up some Badwater pumps over here just to help sort of empty this out a little bit. We won't do it yet. We'll wait a little while. We've got a lot of other building projects going on, such as our Earth Recultivator over here. We're doing all right with this. We've got, what, 400 and something, 430 odd gears to bring, and around 800 treated planks. That's going to probably take the longest, are those treated planks. But we'll get them. It'll be fine. We've already got the metal blocks we need. So, yeah, we are working towards that. We do have that on a lower priority, so anything else we're building will be done first, including over here I'm putting in some more dirt. We're going to build up that bit of dirt there. I've already put in another platform here with power shaft beneath it. I could have just used a vertical power shaft, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to put a path on there, and I'm going to put in another carousel, because we've only got the one, so getting another one in will sort of double our space for beavers to use the carousel, so that will help boost our well-being a little bit more. At the moment, campfires and rooftop terraces are letting us down, as are contemplation spots. I don't really know why. We have a lot of contemplation spots dotted around the place. Campfires and rooftop terraces, yeah, that's fair. Other than that, it's basically the Earth Recultivator that's the problem. Everything else we're doing all right. We do have a new campfire and a new rooftop terrace over here. So hopefully that will help with the beavers that live in this little complex here. We do have our farmer monument and our brazier of bonding over here. We don't have whatever this one is, the Fountain of Joy. That's not covering this area here. And I'm not really sure we're going to be able to get one to cover that either. No. It's going to be difficult. Yeah, not sure we're going to be able to do that, honestly. So we'll probably not bother. Yeah, everything else is going okay. We are waiting for this to fill up. It's going to take a little bit, longer than it would normally, because we've expanded its reach. Thank you, autosave. Expanded its reach this way, so it comes through here and fills up this little section underneath where our recultivator is going. And we are draining water out of it with these 2 pumps. But we'll get there. It shouldn't take us more than a couple of days to fill up. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see. Down here we've got our new little sunflower seed planting area, which is doing fine. We've already filled up the storage there, so, that's a thing. What I might do is... let's put it that side. Why not? Let's get another little warehouse medium warehouse in there. So you can store more sunflower seeds. There we go. So, yeah, everything's going okay. Everything seems to be flowing smoothly. There's no current floods. We do have quite a high injury rate again. I think that's because we're working so hard on things like treated planks, metal blocks and gears. Yeah, I mean that's what it is. That's gonna be like that until we finish our Earth Recultivator, I think. But for the meantime, I think I'm going to spin on a little bit. What am I going to do? I know. I am going to pop in down here. That's high enough, isn't it? All right, and we'll get ourselves enough space, I think. There we go. I'm working a little blindly on here, so I think that will work. Okay, there we go. That's what we want there, and we want 2 badwater pumps, like so. That should help us a little bit there, and we will also get ourselves... No, where are we? We want storage. We want... Ooh. We'll get a medium tank up here, I think. That should be big enough, and that will be storing badwater. There we go. So hopefully all that will be done relatively quickly. But let's spin on for a couple of days and see how we do. Right then, we're on day 7, so we're about a week away from the end of the last drought. We're doing fine, I think. We may be running out of housing space a little bit. Yeah, we only have 1 spare bed. We only have 2 children, but we do have 19 spare adults. So it's not ideal, but it's okay. We don't really want to grow the population too much further than that. We have, I say, plenty of adult beavers to take the strain, but we don't want anything to be a problem. We'll keep an eye on it, make sure that things are moving in the right direction and we're not losing too many beavers. Our earth recultivator is doing okay. We've got just under 400 gears to get. What are we looking at? Just over 700 treated planks. So it's still going to take a little while, but we are producing those resources. I do have the gear workshops, if I move over to those now. I do have our gear workshops set to be prioritised by the haulers, so they'll be getting planks and moving gears out as quickly as we can get them to do it, basically. So that's good. Across here, our 2 badwater pumps are in. We are not pumping badwater because we're, well, pumping a little bit on that one, but not on that one because it's pretty much full. Our storage up here is full. Yeah, so, I mean, we are drawing it, but it's not... Yeah, it's not helping a huge amount. We are using badwater, obviously. We're making explosives with it. But it's going to take a little while to clear this out. And we can see that the... Oops. The badwater here is losing its sort of almost glowing red. And we're getting sort of tints of blue appearing in here. So it is... Oops. It is being diluted. It's just going to take a little while. Or a long while. One of the two. Across here, our second carousel is in. It's currently not being used, but it has been a little bit used. So that's fine. It's just basically to add a little bit more well-being for them. So beavers can come... When they're not working, these now 18 beavers can... find entertainment of all sorts all across the map, hopefully. We have the Agora, we have the dance halls, we have the various Lidos or Lidos, a bunch of rooftop terraces and campfires and showers and mud pits, all the entertainment stuff they could possibly hope for. If we have a look at our well-being chart, everything up there is fine except possibly wet fur. We could do with a few more showers maybe. Food-wise, all good. It's still these sort of lower tier social bonuses that we're missing out on. So the campfire, the rooftop terrace, and the contemplation spot. We've got 20 odd contemplation spots around the place somewhere. Let's have a look. Yeah, 28 contemplation spots. That should be fine, honestly. Who knows? Our injury rate is dropping again. I'm sure that will last. Do we have any contemplation spots around here? I can't see it. Oh no, there's a couple there. That's fine, there's a couple there. Alright. I'll allow it. Oh, I suppose we could get a couple more showers on there, but this drops down during drought, so I don't think it's really worth it. Ideally, it would be someplace with a Lido. How many Lidos do we have? There's one there. One there. Let's have a look. We only have 3. Alright. Alright, okay. Well, so there's one there. There's one there. I no idea where the other one is. Oh, I think it's... No. Hang on, let me try and find it. There it is. It's tucked in the trees down here with our chestnuts and our maples. There we are. That's where it is. Doesn't get a lot of use, but it gets some. So it is in there. Is it worth putting in another Lido? Maybe. Maybe it is. Let's put it up here by our recultivator, shall we? Get it in there. We can get some showers along the back edge. Yeah, alright. That's what we're going to do. We're going to pop that in there. Well, there we are. We've got our explosives laid in. So let's set those off. There we go. Oh, that's unfortunate, isn't it? We did not want to do that. Alright, well, let's change that plan then. We'll have to put it somewhere else. Alright, let's put that in here. I completely forgot we'd done that. Alright, let's get the explosives on there first. We'll lower that area. And we should, in theory, be able to fit in here our Lido. He says not entirely sure that we will be able to now, but we'll give it a go. We'll try. The plus side, of course, is that using these explosives means that more explosives will be made, which uses Badwater, which we want to, you know, use so that we can draw more out of that reservoir. Okay, there we are. That's the hole dug for our Lido. Let's get ourselves a fluid dump on there. We'll get ourselves, where are we? A Lido on there. And we'll get ourselves... that's going to be a problem. Oh, well, never mind. We'll get ourselves 3... Should we? No, I tell you what, let's get ourselves 4 of those. We'll get ourselves a path along there, and we'll just pop in a set of steps there. There we go. That'll work. And there we go. All finished. It's filling up. Everything's good there. So that should help us get a little bit more of a boost. Hopefully we'll get more wet fur bonus. We've already got a well-being of 63, so it's increased by 1. Whether that's anything to do with this, I don't know. But things are moving in the right direction, certainly. Let's get ourselves a little bit of decoration along here, shall we? We can get ourselves a lamp in there. It's not going to affect this, but it will affect them as they walk past. We can get ourselves... again, we'll do that on the path there. A scarecrow will reach the Lido there, as will a beaver statue. There we go. And I think a message board will as well. So there we go. We'll have all of those there. Over here, I guess another beaver statue. There we are. That will do. little bit of decoration around the area there. Let's get in a seat there and a seat there. We might as well stick one in there as well. There we go. A lot of well-being and decoration stuff around there. Perfect. In terms of our earth recultivator, yeah, we've not made a huge amount of progress, honestly, but we are working in vaguely the right direction. Okay, well, day 13 brings with it a Badtide warning. That should be fine. That shouldn't be any problem at all. Over here with our new Lido and shower arrangement, I've also put in another campfire and another rooftop terrace just up on platforms over the Badtide there. So we've got another little entertainment, well-being area around here for them. I've put in a couple of decorations. So we've got the lamp, the lantern there, which is covering both of these, and we've got a bush there doing the same. So yeah, all of that should help. In terms of our earth recultivator, we're at 72%. We're getting there with the gears. Treated planks again, that's going to take a little bit longer. We're still over 600 shy of where we need to be there. But that's okay, we will get there eventually. Across here, we continue to draw bad water out of here. We are using more explosives again in order to sort of burn through the bad water. Over here, as you can see, I've laid in explosives on this little nodule behind our storage up here. I'm going to take out these wooden stairs. These wooden... There we go. And we'll pop in one explosive there. I think that's all of that area then covered, and we can set all of that off. Bring this down to the same level as this, and then we can do something over here as well. Quite what we're going to do over here, I'm not sure yet. Maybe another Lido, who knows? But it's just ideally, it's just a way of getting rid of some of these explosives. What I might do is build up around the edge of this with dirt and turn this into a decorative lake similar to the ones we've had before on other maps. That doesn't seem like a terrible idea. We can stick some entertainment stuff over here as well. The odd campfire, rooftop terrace, all of that sort of stuff. But yeah, having a little sort of decorative lake over here will green this area and, you know, give us something to do while we're waiting for the earth recultivator to be built. Okay, how are we doing over here? Are you done? You are done. Right, let's get all of this set off, shall we? Lovely stuff. Okay, right. We can get rid of those stairs now. Do I really want to do this? Yes, I think I do. I think I do. So let's get a path out this way. And then we will set in some terrain around this way. We'll basically sort of fill up all of this. I don't want it to look too unnatural. But that's probably okay. We'll come in around there. We'll bring this in like so. All right, and let's build ourselves a path around the edge. Like so. There we go. Perfect. Right, that'll be something for them to work on. I guess I'll spin on till the start of the Badtide. We'll see how long it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a major issue for us. Everything seems to be in place that we can probably cope reasonably well with even quite a long Badtide. But we'll see. I'll spin on for 2.5 days and we'll see how we do. There we go. The Badtide has started. It's only going to be 5 days. I think we'll be all right. I say think we'll be all right. I'm pretty sure everything is set up so as to avoid any contamination. These... Yep, that's already triggered. That's fine. Same's happened over there. That's okay. And the same is happening in there. All right, so all that's good. Over here, I closed this up considerably earlier than I would normally do. And yet we still have bad water in there. All right, so there's nothing I can do about that except just open those up. There's no way I can stop bad water from filtering through. I can't get it to a pressure that will actually stop that bad water for some reason. Not to worry, we'll flood all of this area down here. I mean, it's mostly fresh water at the moment, so that's fine. Up here, obviously we've stopped feeding fresh water in, but we are going to still be pumping bad water out. So hopefully we'll get some of that removed. And then when the fresh water returns, it will fill up again. We've got flooded building somewhere. Where have we got flooded building? All right. Yeah, that's a little full, isn't it? All right, I may have closed that up a little early. Let's dump some of that into this other section and presumably flood some buildings here. Because I think... yeah, that should no longer be flowing. Because we're not flowing out of there, that overflow anymore. I must always remember to close that sluice. There we go. Our flooded buildings are decreasing. So let's close that up now. And we should be all right. Okay, that took most of the day, but we have got the flooding problem sorted out now and everything is pretty full. So we should be all right. Our injury rate is very high. And part of the reason for that is that I've turned both of these dirt extractors back on. Because obviously we're using a lot of dirt creating our fake lake. So hopefully this should provide enough dirt to do that, and then we can turn it off and drop our injury rate again. But we should be fine. Honestly, we should be fine. We might want a couple more medical beds. That's not a terrible idea. So we'll stick a couple more medical beds in there. But other than that, we're doing okay. So I guess at the moment, I'm just going to spin on. Let's see how they're doing with that fake lake. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. For some reason, we've done this bit over here. Presumably that was the limit of that they could reach without filling this little section in here. But all of this has been done. We've got 297 dirt left, which isn't going to be enough to finish that. Hence why I turned on those two dirt extractors. But other than that, I mean, plenty of food, plenty of water. That's not going to be an issue. So we'll spin on probably till at least halfway through the Badtide. See how we're doing. Otherwise, we'll just skip to the end. Well, there we are. We're halfway through the Badtide. Everything's going fine, obviously. Plenty of food, plenty of water. Nothing to worry about there. We are focusing on getting these dirt blocks laid in. We are moving our way around. So we're doing pretty well on those. Our stock of dirt is increasing, which is nice. So we shouldn't have any problems getting this finished. It's probably going to take more than the 2.5 days we've got left. But because all of our builder beavers and hauler beavers are focusing on getting this done, we are building up a small stock of the gears and treated planks that we need for our earth recultivator. So, I mean, ideally by the end of the Badtide, we'll have enough gears to complete it and enough treated planks to at least make a dent in what we have left to do. So that should... it won't speed things up, obviously. We're still producing them and using them at the same rate. It's just that it'll be done in one bulk fitting rather than bits and pieces over weeks. Well, there we go. That's the end of the Badtide, and as expected, no problem at all. Our injury rate is not great. Could be worse, but it's not great. Hopefully that will balance out once we've stopped using so much of the dirt. I did turn our second explosives factory back on to try and sort of build up a full stock of explosives. We've got 1,630 spaces for explosives to be stored, so I'd like to get that filled, ideally. We do have 200 gears, which pretty much what we need to finish off our earth recultivator. We have 100 treated planks, which gets us to 3/4 done. We still have a lot of work to do with our terrain around here, but we've made a reasonable amount of progress. We've got all of this filled in, so we're getting there. It's not terrible, at least. Over here, we didn't draw a huge amount out of this lake here, unfortunately, partly because of the fact that our badwater storage is pretty much full. We have space for 2,100. We have 2,092 stored. So yeah, there's not a lot of space for the badwater coming out of there to be stored. So what I'm going to do is, if we come across to our original badwater pump area, I'm going to turn all of these off. On the plus side, that will give us a few more unemployed beavers. We have plenty of children, only one spare bed at the moment. But that sort of overall number is staying pretty much the same. We're doing all right. We're not running out of workers at the moment. But if we turn these off, then the only badwater being drawn will be from that reservoir. Which means that hopefully, with the explosives being produced, that will allow us to draw a bit more out of there and help the dilution project. Okay, over here it looks like only clean water is leaking out of this area here, which means, in theory, if I drop all of this down, there is only fresh water left in there. Apart from that little bit of bad water up there, but that's fine. So if we close these up again, this little area here should fill itself up. And then we'll be able to open up the sluice at the top and start filling this area again. I did turn these water pumps off because we don't really need them anymore, honestly. We have plenty stored. We're drawing plenty out of that other reservoir. I mean, if we need them, we can turn them on, but otherwise we'll just leave them off, I think. Over here by our other reservoir, we've got our medical beds in place. So hopefully that will help a little bit. They're not getting a lot of use. This one is. So that's nice. We have... Who are you? Who are you? Azura. You are injured. Yep, I mean, that's fine. Okay, right. I will spin on for a couple more days then. We'll see how we do with the dirt piles and with our earth recultivator. Okay. Coming towards the end of day 4, we've got enough of this sort of fake lake set up that we can start filling it with water. So we've got ourselves a fluid dump in there. I think we just have one terrain block left, and it looks like these 3 beavers are bringing the dirt. So that'll probably be built in the morning by the time they've actually dropped all of that off. But yeah, so this should start filling up. It's obviously going to take a while to do so. Once it is filled, we'll be able to put in a Lido in here, or Lido. We'll be able to put in some planting around it for trees. We'll get some natural looking, or try and get some natural looking tree growth. We can get some decoration. We can get some well-being up here. But in the meantime, let's spin on till morning. There we go then. That's the morning of day 5. So with all of the prioritised building work now out of the way, in theory, we should get a few beavers coming over here to start working again on our recultivator. As you can see, that is definitely happening. In terms of resources, we've got 300 gears in storage. We only need just over 200. We have only 30 odd treated planks in storage. I mean, I think that's because, as you can see, quite a lot of them are on their way over here now. But that's obviously going to be the thing that holds us back. That's going to slow us down. We might be able to get up to about 1,600 by the end of the day. But yeah, we're still going to wait for those last 400 or so. So that's what's going to be the sticking point, I think, with this. But it will get done, probably next episode. I think we're going to end it there for this one. We're doing all right, as I always say. We may not be going quickly, but we are proceeding in the right direction. I think, honestly, with the gears the way they are, let's come across here. We'll leave the gear workshops on. And we will swap the priorities over onto the wood workshop there. But we do have a bit of a problem with pine resin, because we don't have a huge amount of pine resin being collected. We only have this one little sort of section down here that's set up for pine resin. So I think we need more, don't we? Let's have a look. I mean, we could get some out here, couldn't we? That wouldn't be a terrible idea. We will actually need a forester, because I demolished the forester that we had. Alright, let's pop that in there. And we will set up all of that there. And a bunch of this over here. For pine. And then we'll stick another tapper's shack in there. And have this one set to pine resin. And we'll need some storage for that. So let's get some storage up here. There we go. And you're going to supply goods to other warehouses. And you're going to be storing pine resin. There we go. And I do still think that it's worth putting in barriers across here, you know. No, I won't bother just at the moment. Will I? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Okay, we'll come down here. There we are. And bring a path along, and then let's have a look. We can only go one deep unless we come across and get rid of and put in a blockage down here. So let's do that. And we'll get rid of that as well. And we'll pop some additional stairs in like that. We will prioritize those. And then we can stick the path across the top like that. Yeah, alright, we'll do that. And then we can put in double floodgates down this end, can't we? So I'm going to block that off and we'll put in double floodgates across like that. And we'll put in some more dirt that side. Alright. Yeah. Yes, we'll do that. That's fine. Right, we will leave it there for this episode. Thank you, autosave. You're doing a sterling job. We are making progress. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm not sure who I'm trying to convince, but we are making progress. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do give us a like and a subscribe. It really does help the channel out. As I say, give us any comments down below. And please join us next time. Till then, I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Please do take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And bye-bye.